My name is Matt. My buddy Dean over here is officially my new co-host. This is my very first episode. Just kind of bear with me a little bit, still working out the kinks. And this is Survive TV, and I hope you like it. Now I see a lot of people nowadays that cover, the go bag. Okay, the go bag's good. The EDT bag, that's even good too. Get home bag. Whatever you may call it the box. You can call it many, many, many different words. Okay. Now, what I want to cover is two separate things that I want to touch on in this video. I want to touch on your support system, and I want to touch on your personal kit, what you carry on your person, everything down to your pants and the socks you wear around your feet. Okay, now the reasons I want to cover that is not a lot of people think about those things. You can survive indefinitely from just what you can carry in your pocket. You do things the right way and you think things through. Now let's just start off with the support system here a little bit. A lot of people think that just because you have the go bag and you practice with the go bag, you're set. Well, that's not honestly always the case. Now you have to think about me. I live in suburbia. I live near Cleveland. So for me, bugging out means getting out of the city, going somewhere, south or east of here. Now, for that, you need ways to do so. Me personally, my family knows, whether they're preppers or not, my family's not necessarily all preppers. So they know that if anything does go down, if anything does happen, whatever it be, they know to come here and we strategize a plan and we go from there. Now, we do have separate plans in place, but we also have plan A, plan B, and plan C. Now, that goes into effect depending on the situation that we're dealing with. Now, let's say, hypothetically speaking, no one can get here. Let's say the road's cut off, or this, and the other. I'm on a main road. That's highly trafficked. So, let's say, we can't get there. I have another family member that lives a hop, skip, and a jump from me that we can go to as well and go from there as well. Now, everybody knows that we have a strategy in place that if that does happen, they know that if they come here, it's a secondary place to go. They know these things. Now, when you go from there, you need to figure out, where you're going to go. You take a vehicle, you're going to walk, or what locations are you going to take to get to where you're going. You can take highway, you can take side roads, you can take the metro parks. You can do many different things. But besides practicing with your equipment, you need to have a good support system. Me, my co-host here, is not really going to be doing much. He's doing some techy stuff on the computer right now for me. Uh, he is my MacGyver. He is the guy that I call if I have not been, that I need done. He can build anything out of anything. It's always good to have the one MacGyver, guy in your group. That was a very good thing to have. Now, everybody, don't get me wrong, everybody should have a little bit of MacGyver in them. Everybody. It's always good to have, a little bit of MacGyver in you. So, he's the guy. Matter of fact, I was talking the other day about building a car out of potato and toothpick. Well, he came to me and he was, well, I can't build you a car out of potato and toothpick, but I can give you fuel to, fuel that vehicle, that you may already have out of that potato. Right there, that's good enough in itself. All right, that's thinking about things. Now, you have to think about how many people you're going to have and things that are coming. Me, I have a daughter, so I have to think about my girlfriend as well as my daughter. Are we gonna, if we have to hook it, how are we gonna carry her? What are we gonna do? And so we have, things to carry her. We, have a support system within that. That, with my mother and father and things. So if that happens, we do have to fuck out. We can go accordingly and fight accordingly to that. And once I'm not gonna say anything about guns with you or anything like that. Everybody has guns. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. We all know that a gun is a good thing to have. Now, just don't worry about that right now. Okay, we may go over that in another video later in the future. Now, when I'm talking about finishing with the support system now, is that you just have to put it in place and you have to practice it. That just doesn't mean, okay, when this happens, we're going to do this, this, and this, and this, and that's the end of it. You need to think about it, and you need to strategize, and you need to practice with it over and over again. Now, if you don't practice with it, it's going to do you no good if you're dead in the water. Right? So you have to keep that in effect and keep it sharp in your mind. Just like a fire drill at school or anything like that, you have to practice, practice, practice. Everybody with guns, you go in the range a lot, don't you? Practice with a firearm. That's what you got to do to practice and make yourself that, individual that you need to be, prepared, and you need to be self-sufficient, and you need to be able to support yourself and know how to use your equipment, your support system, and everything that you need to take care of in that bug out situation or disaster situation at all. Okay. Now I'm gonna, dabble on, more support system later. Like I said, this is my first episode, so I'm just trying to introduce myself and give you a little bit of info. So I'm gonna go on the personal kit now. Okay, now personal kit is something very good that everybody should have. Me, Like I said, I'm not going to talk about my guns or anything. I do, have a gun that I would carry, several. That my family would carry, in this situation. They say it's always good to me to have at least two. Okay, we'll pass the guns. We'll get back to the later episode. Now, with the kit, that comes down to even the cell phone right here. Now, I can use the glass from mirror, the camera for fire starting. I can use this plastic cover on the back to start a signal fire. Thick black smoke plastic. Very good thing about it. Always be able to improvise. One object may not be just one purpose. Every object serves many purposes. Okay? Now, you just have to think about those things. Now, on an everyday basis, I also carry folding knife. Gerber 0610. Great knife. One of the most I've ever spent. $60. You can go to Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods, wherever you may choose. Now, you can do that. It's a very good knife, Tanto style blade. Very good, very efficient. Carry that with me everywhere I go. All my friends ask, hey, you got your knife running? There's never a time I don't. Now, the second thing is, every guy has it. Wallet. Basic things you need to carry. Your ID, maybe your social security card, extra cash. Always have extra cash on you at all times. Now, me personally, I have pain problems from past 6 years of things, so I carry an extra Vicodin in my wallet. Okay, an extra pain pill in my wallet, just in case we're hooking it. I need to get somewhere. Also, I carry a body pan for any sort of reason. You gotta think about this thing. Carry as much as you can with a little amount of weight. I also carry my house keys and things of that nature. I have asthma, so I always have an inhaler on me. Make sure you take the medicine. If you have any other medical conditions, take that every single day. You do not want to miss that. Okay? And that goes into the support system as well. Medications and things of that nature. Now, the next thing I'm going to cover here is a good fixed blade knife. Now, this you can just throw on you at all times. SOG Seal Puff. It's a very good knife. $60 as well. Very good, very sturdy. Navy SEALs use these knives. Very good. Okay, now within this, I also have a magnesium fire starter. It's good to have. And a knife sharpener. This can sharpen any knife I have on me. So that way as well, I have another for what if they get dull? Or I break the tip. I need to resharpen that tip, don't I? So what do? I got this sucker on me. Just with this small kit itself, I can survive for a very long time and even thrive if I really tried. Really wanted to. Okay? Now, next thing I'm going to cover. My girlfriend, I got this for her for Christmas. Now, just small once again. Tanto style blade. This is a small knife, very efficient, gets the job done. This little lanyard on it has a whistle on it. Safety, always good for women. You need a way, if those creeps come up on you, need a way to get them away. Whistle actually does the job like a dog barking in a sense. When someone breaks into the house to hear a dog, that generally scares them way more than anything. Just like the racking of a shotgun. People are more scared of the racking of a shotgun than actually being shot by the shotgun. So like I said, just put it around your neck and you're good to go. Alright? Another thing, let's continue with the knives. Everything. Good utility knife. Gerber suspension tool. I've had this thing for years. It has never failed. It's very good to have. You can pick this up at Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, any store like that. Thin Feather Fur, for giving, let's say, $30. I got this for. And that was years ago, so it's probably dropped by now. Okay. The next thing I carry on my person all times is a good flashlight. Now me, I already carry an EDC with me every single day. So the thing I think about the most is I need extra batteries for this, whatever I need to support this flashlight as well. Get the extra batteries out of my EDC and good to go. Alright, now third and final thing I use for defense, not third and final, but we're getting there, is an extendable time. I'm not going to open it right now because my daughter's sleeping and we got to really bang it down, grab close. But extendable time, it's an 18-inch extendable time. Not just used to defend yourself. You need to bust through a window, break something down. Let's say I live in Ohio. It's the middle of January. Let's say I need to dig a small drain hole. Let's say I need to do anything. I can get it soften this ground with this sucker right here. It does the job. Alright? The trenching tool isn't always good for everything. Okay? Now some of you always do big knives. Okay? That's good. Me, I just attach this to my pack. But if I really needed to, I can just take it off, put it right on my duty belt, and I'm good to go. MTAC machete. Kind of reminds me of a little Persian sword, doesn't it? Very nice. $20. Very good blade. Always a good thing to have. Especially when you have a daughter, you know what I'm talking about, father. Now, One other thing I do carry is gloves. I'm a gunsmith, so I do a lot of work with my hands. I need those hands covered. I work with several various chemicals and things of that nature. So I always have these on. I always have a pair of gloves. Just stick them right in the pocket. Other thing, me, I wear cargo pants a lot, so I can fit a lot in my pocket. Either these that I have on me straight or, coyote cargo pants. I have a pair of 511s in the bedroom as well, and I carry those with me. Good first aid kit, something small. You don't need everything in the world. You don't need those big common 15 keys. You always see them. Just this has everything I need to address most, generally almost all wounds and care of any first aid that you might need. Me, stick it right on my EDC, put it right in my pocket, molly webbing on the back. I can attach it right to my belt. I'm good to go, and I can take it and go right there in itself. Okay. And like I said, I'm in Ohio. Weather's kind of crazy up here. So we go from cold, rainy, snowy to anything. It rains. January, it was 60 something degrees a couple weeks ago. Okay, so we kind of have variants of weather up here. So it's one thing I think about. Me, I carried also these in my EDC. So my pocket gives you all your hand warmers. You can 64 cents at Walmart. You're good to go. Poncho, very versatile item. Not just a poncho, rain catch, signal fire as well. You can burn this plastic, take black smoke. Many things with that you can use for shelter. And just remember, one object doesn't mean one purpose. Always remember that. Okay? I just gotta remember. Also as well. Get a hat, always get a hat. You gotta cover your head. That's where most of the cold goes through. Also that. And me as well, like I said, we're not gonna really cover guns or anything like that. I'm gonna cover the cleaning of them firearms. You have firearms, okay, everybody has them, but what if, they jam up on you? Then they do you no good. You have a $500 paperweight, sitting on your head. So, we're gonna have a cleaning kit. Everything I need to clean every single weapon I have is in this kit, right here. Has a little Alice clip on it. Once again, attach it right to my belt, and I'm good to go. Okay? Things like that. I always have extra flashlights, things like that. Another thing, we'll touch on this later, but your vehicle as well. It's always good to have a roadside kit. If I do need anything out of this, we have to take care of our vehicle, leave it anywhere. Just take what I can out of here. There's flares in there, there's ponchos and flashlights. Grab with you, we can even use those to start fires with batteries. So, just take it and go. Something small. You don't need everything. You just need what you need to survive and thrive. You would be surprised at how much you can thrive and survive off just minimal amounts of equipment. You just have to know how to use those equipment and think things through before you do that. Okay? Now, on that in itself, like I said, everybody has their own preferences. You can do what you choose with what you want. Me, these are my preferences. I'm big on the knife. You can do anything and everything you can with a knife. And any other way. You don't need a firearm. You don't need all that. Yes, everyone's going to have them. But it's good to have many different varieties of weapons. Shotgun is good for every situation. You have to think through. Okay? So just remember those things. Just like I said, this is my first episode. I'm still trying to, work out the kinks here a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm kind of rambling, but just let me know how this is and how you like it. And I'll be coming up with a few more videos here very shortly. I'll get into my go bags. I'll get into some firearms with you guys. Just some other topics. If there's anything you want to know, if there's anything you want me to cover, if you want me to show you my equipment a little bit closer up, I will indeed show you those things. If you want me to skip that with anything, I will do so. Just remember, always have a support system. Always have your equipment ready at all times. Use and practice those things, and you'll be good. You will thrive. Just remember, you're always a student. You never know everything. Okay? I'm Matt. My buddy Dean will be here with me next time. And this is Survive TV. You have a good one.